Oh!
Go where? Over here?
Yeah, go home. You're sacked.
It's Friday.
Oh, thanks very much. It's Friday. Hi everyone, it is Friday.
Hi everyone, it's Friday!
There we go.
It's 12:25 and the shirt's still not up!
Yeah, I know that. Why is that?
Because we're late, because we've been sorting out email addresses this morning.
So that's today's drama that
We
we've
don't
had.
have any emails. Woohoo!
So
Yay!
we now have a new functioning website, but we don't have any emails.
I haven't had
Yay!
any emails since I think Wednesday morning is the last time they came in.
Yeah. So if
But
you
we had
have,
to wait the full 48 hours for the server to update to see if it fixed itself, which it didn't. So now we have to change these settings so that they point to the right place.
so if
They're
you
not
have,
pointing at the moment.
you see what it's like trying to live with Pam. I try to talk, she talks over me. Yeah, she's also giving me the middle finger behind the camera here, and then I'll turn the camera around and she'll think that she's nice and sweet and innocent. Ah, you nearly done it back.
Right, hurry up.
So the reason why things have went a bit tits up is basically I'll let Pamela explain that because she's a wee bit more technical than me for this stuff. What is the reason?
So when we moved from the WordPress site, which hasn't been working for about 18 months, to the Shopify site, which is super duper but not finished yet.
It's up.
It's up and live and finished.
It's a work in progress.
Work
but
in
it's
progress to what it looks like. We're still tweaking with it, and there's a lot of products don't have images, which we're going to work on today. But when we changed the WordPress site to the Shopify site, we changed the domain to point here, right, to Shopify. But we needed to keep the email part of that pointing back to the old server so we could still get access to our emails. But it didn't. Everything points to the wrong, and we don't have any emails with Shopify, so Shopify wouldn't know to send our emails to our inboxes because it's the wrong settings. So Scott then very kindly went on to update all the settings, but the problem is we have a two-factor verification, and where does the verification go to? The email address we can't get access to. So we're stuck. So we'll put it back in the hand of 123Reg and hope it will help us, because we can't even change the email address on the account without a two-factor verification, which we can't get access to. It's great! Wonderful!
So just another day in the life of Poor Buddy's Pots.
Yes!
So I've got stuff I've got to get on with now that we've got dramatic Pamela on the go. I'm going to get started on these and place a couple of these parts on these elbow pads that are looking pretty sorry for themselves. So let's get going. So while Pam is frantically trying to get things done for the new website, I am in the process of waiting 11 minutes for the new Mac update. So while I'm doing that, I've started a new job, which is replacing the straps on these elbow pads. Now obviously, as we can see, is leather that's here, or fake leather that's here, that's holding in the piece of plastic, and obviously we have one that's missing because that was torn and broken. So what I have done is I've made one from ballistic nylon, which has obviously been sewn in to place so far just along here, and then I'm going to obviously put that in there and sew it back into place into the elbow pad. And I've decided I'm going to replace both because I think this one's starting to tear, and the stitching's not kind of holding. So that is the plan for today. We'll get these done so far, and then we'll start getting them a wee bit more ready to go. So 2 new hoops installed, nice and tight in there. Speedy Stitcher has done me proud again. So here we have it. She's in a element here, not talking, grumping.
Busy?
Oh, there's a beep. She's apparently effing busy.
I am busy. Always.
It's unusual though. She can tell she's actually busy because there's lots of sweary words coming from this corner of the shop. See, she's not interested in talking to me today.
I'm watching this because Scott's on the website and 123Reg are sending the verification codes to fart. So he's verification codes every 2 minutes. And I'm trying to sign it in Adobe so that I can look at the catalogue, so I can copy over the description and update all the pictures and the images. So
why did you not do that in the first place?
I did, but there was a big long story about the skates.
That's like, how many F's are you going to get in this one? How good do you think my editing skills are? So So, while Pamela mutters under her own breath and swears a lot, so the latest update is, as I said, or as Pam said earlier on, we're pretty much waiting for access to our emails again. Once we get access to our emails again, normal service will resume, I would imagine. So we now have a new fully functioning website, which Pamela is swearing at because she's having to go on to upload some photos onto certain products which didn't pull images across. So pretty quiet today, other than the fact that I'm kind of working away with the sewing and Pamela's working away on the website, but I'll get on the website eventually. So look at this, we've finally managed to get Pamela to give me some staff training on the sewing machine, because we have a couple of things that I need to sew together for straps and stuff like that, because Pam won't do it because she's apparently too busy. But we've been too busy all day because we had a wee visitor in today.
My favourite person.
One of your favourite people?
No, she's just my favourite person.
So Nikki and Jen brought in Charlie. What age is Charlie now?
4 months.
4 months
18
old.
weeks today, apparently.
So there probably will be a picture on our social media of Charlie
Full permission of Twitter.
Yes, with the full permission of her parents. She was obviously serving customers with Auntie Pam today. So
My little apprentice.
a little apprentice.
Right, you want this lesson or not?
Yeah, I suppose so. I better turn this off or I'll
Take
not
your
get a
camera
lesson.
down.
Hello and welcome back to Stephen's Sweatshop. Yes, this is correct. We have me working with this, and obviously I've been doing speedy stitching as well. So I'm in the process of finalising a strap just now for an elbow pad. As you can see here, we have the hooked part of the Velcro and we have the looped part of the Velcro here. That will go on the kind of centre section or the mid section of the elbow pad. Here we have the top parts of the elbow pad which will go on, and then we have which is the straps for the leg pads at the back. Now the reason why they're so short is because the old way that CCM used to do it is they actually had a piece of Velcro, probably the kind of hooked part of Velcro was probably about the same size as this, and it was at one side and this part Velcroed onto the back of it, which I'll actually show you what I mean, because well, it's maybe a wee bit easier to understand what I'm meaning. So as you can see here, you've got the piece of Velcro, the hooked part here, or the looped part, sorry, and then obviously you've got the other part that goes here. So basically this is overstretched, this whole part is overstretched and it has to be replaced, so we've made it slightly smaller to hopefully make it fit a lot better, fit a lot more snug. Obviously the leg pads are ancient, they're probably just about the same age as me, but hey, it's people like what they like. In the last couple of months what we're seeing is people are actually spending more money on repairing their kit than buying new stuff. I don't know if that's because the new stuff isn't up to their standards, or if it's just the fact that money is so tight with everyone at the moment. So like I say, we're seeing a lot more repairs, a lot more glove repairs, patching of gloves and palms, or replacing the palms instead of buying new gloves. Say for example, if a customer's bought a pair of £100 or £200 pair of gloves last season and they've got a hole in them by the start of this season, what they're asking is for a patch repair or a full palm repair, because it's actually cheaper to get that done than actually buy a new pair of gloves. Problem that we have just now is we just can't keep the palms in. We need to find someone or a supplier of some description that is going to be selling the palms, or will be able to sell the palms directly to me. We've tried something as well where we were trying different types of leather to try and see if and trying different companies to try and get the kind of Nash leather that is in Bauer, CCM and Warrior gloves, but no dice, we can't get that anywhere. Apparently from one of my friends, Gareth, he had a leather company and he told me that basically what we were looking at was the offcuts, the kind of the part of the leather that was thrown away that has been obviously repurposed for ice hockey. So we're needing to try and see if we can get in tow with a company that's using that as offcuts, and maybe be able to strike a deal with them to be able to get something so we can actually maybe make our own palms, now that I'm getting to grips with this thing. So far so good, but we'll see. Anyway, Pam's obviously had to go home, she's had to go and get the kids, and I'm still here. It's 6 o'clock. Well, the last time I checked it was 6 o'clock, so I'll just double check just now. Oh, it's just going on 6 o'clock, so I'm going to try and get this done, then I'll be back in tomorrow and catch up with you then. Oh, Saturday, it is 3:35 and I am brushed off my feet. It's been absolutely mental today. Lots of repairs, lots of sharpenings. Where was the customer that came up from, was it Sheffield he came up from? Hull. He came from all the way up from Hull to get his skates pressed and punched.
Well, his brother lives up here.
Yeah.
He was visiting, but he had been to another one of the larger stores and had purchased these skates from them, but I hadn't quite got the right fit done. But I brought them with him, and he says he just couldn't bear the pain anymore, so we worked with him so he had an extracurricular bone. Flash my feet at you, which is here where my flamingo is, and basically clavicular bone overgrows or develops a big bump. Quite prone in hockey players' feet because you are always good at getting bumps and lumps in your ankles.
It's technically called the Bauer bump, or one of the Bauer bumps. Yes,
so he had quite a pronounced bump. The only one that I've seen bigger than that's Johnny's, who got the custom CCMs.
That was when we had the scanner for a week.
So anyway,
can you tell him better about that? Give us a scanner CCM. You know you want to.
So anyway, we got him to identify exactly the right place in the skate that was causing the pain. You can actually feel it inside the skate. If you feel it inside the skate, you can see where it had worn the padding out. So we did that. Stephen pressed them. Was it just one press or two different sizes of presses?
It was in two different areas. Originally where it was marked, where the customer marked the first time, it was too high. It had to be lower. So believe it or not, it was basically about that much off of the bottom of the skate. So where usually you find the clavicular bone, can you give me that skate up a wee second? And take the camera a wee second. There we go, thanks very much. That's teamwork for you. So usually what you find is the extraclavicular bones run about this area here, but his was actually further down. So what we did was we pressed in this area to start with, and then obviously I re-hit the skate up a wee bit, and then obviously moved it down a wee bit further and pressed near the bottom of the footbed. That seemed to kind of alleviate any of the pressure that you had on the area, which was quite good, because obviously he said that spent a wee bit more time with him. There was more pressing that got done, there was more kind of knowledge that we kind of passed on. It was more like the diplomatic way that he put it was, it wasn't just that the other place that he went to was just trying to sell him insoles and sell him different things to try and make it go away. It was knowing the knowledge of the boot. You would expect that this diplomatically, you would expect this shop would have known. It's not us having a go, it's just being diplomatic and saying we know our stuff when it comes to pressing skates. We know our stuff because we've done it for 14 years, and some of these other shops should know better as well, but they obviously don't spend the time. They're just more interested in getting you in the door and out the door, especially with an expensive pair of insoles or something like that. One of the other things that we were working on today, or I've been working on today, as you can see, Pamela's holding the camera just now. We have the Stevens sweatshop is in full effect right now. What we're doing is, or what I have been doing, is replacing the straps on these elbow pads. Now the elbow pads are an older set of elbow pads and they were long overdue some new Velcro. But what I've actually did with them as well is, if you can see just in here, it's ballistic nylon straps, strap hooks that I put in. The original leather was all perished. Obviously sewed that in place with the trusty Speedy Stitcher. We've got some new Velcro that's been put on here and here, obviously sewn in by myself now that I'm a sweatshop owner, and obviously we've got new elastic here as well. So that's all three straps have been replaced. The original Velcro hasn't been replaced here, that was still okay, but obviously there's new Velcro here and a new strap on this as well to make the elbow pads nice and tight. So basically just refurbing an old pair of elbow pads to make sure that they last a wee bit longer, especially in this current climate. Something that obviously we have been kind of trying to push a wee bit more is the repairs. Now that's not that we're trying to not sell equipment. Obviously it would be lovely if we could sell more equipment, and then it means that we could obviously then, with the sales of the equipment, we could put more equipment into the store. But at present, with the current climate, we're seeing a lot of people doing the repairs instead. They just don't really like to change their equipment that often, and the player in question is one of the older gentlemen that plays in my team, and he's had these elbows and shins for quite a while and is quite accustomed to them. So that is why we have decided to do the repairs for him. So what is the plans for yourself today? What else did you get on? What happened?
I had a lot of inquiries, and we had some figure skate customers in that spent a lot of time discussing what boots to go for, what blades to go for, what suited them, what style. So I think they were in for about an hour. So I kind of fitted everybody else around it, and it's been pretty manic, so I've not even been able to log on. We still don't have any emails, so we'll need to try and solve that problem before Monday. Otherwise we're going to have to set up a temporary email address for somewhere. I fixed the collection problems on the website yesterday, but I'm going to, if it's quiet for the last hour of the day, I'll work through and try and put some images onto the the products that don't have images. We still have some figure skate boot onlys to be uploaded, and I missed the new XF skates, so I'm going to upload them just now.
One of the things I did last night when I went home, I had obviously been at the gym last night, and by the time I got home, Pam was ready for her bed. We call her Panda Pam because she eats shoots and leaves and just goes straight to her bed when I come in. So basically what happened last night for myself was I was editing. So around roughly about 10:30 I started editing, and there's a couple of programs that I run my footage through, obviously to make the shorts. So I had been doing that and editing the shorts for next week. So I was editing from 10:30 until 2:30 this morning, and while I was waiting for some of the editing to be done on the AI software, I was on the new website adding some new pictures as well, which is jack of all trades here. Obviously you're seeing me now sewing, you're seeing me now like doing speedy stitching stuff, you're seeing Sharpman's repairs, and obviously I've been staff trained by Pamela herself to do some website stuff. So we'll go back to Pam and see what else that she's got planned for today, or if she's going to tell us to beat it.
I've not got anything massively planned. I'm Erin again.
I noticed.
I can't, it's because I'm thinking.
So we did an interview with Ross Conley the other day, and the reason why I said is because we actually had about 27 minutes of interview footage, and believe it or not, by the time that I had finished editing it with all the items and stuff like that, it was 21 minutes I think, or 22 minutes, so there was like nearly 5 minutes of items that had to be taken out, which was obviously pretty funny in my account. It was just like, it genuinely took me about half an hour just to get rid of the A's and ums when I was watching it back, so it was only like 20 minutes of footage, but it was like half an hour of on top of that just to get rid of everything else. But yeah.
So I am going to upload the XF skates now, and then I'm going to put the rest of the Rai Sports skates, the boot onlys, on, and then we can stop uploading for now because I've got the goalie list still to do. I haven't even finished that price list yet.
What price list? Our price
the
list?
goalie list. So
yeah,
the suppliers provide us with prices. I then have to price our prices, which produces our price list, which is the in-store price list that we work from. That then creates the spreadsheets to upload to the website of what needs to be put on the website. So I haven't even done that yet to do the upload for the goalie stuff, but we will put some goalie stuff on the website eventually.
I think one of the major problems that we have with the goalie stuff is we are quite restricted to what we can and can't sell due to the elite seller programs and stuff like that with Bauer, and obviously a lot of the stuff for CCM is special order. So yeah, book and order only. So it pretty much leaves you Warrior goalie wise, and again most of their stuff is going to be book and order unfortunately. So goalies, if you need stuff, obviously if you give us plenty of time, we can obviously try and locate you stuff. I know that you guys are kind of a breed of your own that decide to go everywhere and anywhere to try and get stuff from all different places all over the world, and we totally understand and appreciate that. It's very, very difficult to get goalie equipment at the moment, specifically with all of the new kind of changes to our supply chain. So anyway, I'll get on here. This is 10 minutes of rabbiting on and talking, or 9 minutes and 43 seconds.
He needs to eat.
I really need to eat. Yeah, it's one of the days I've literally had a sip of water today. This intermittent fasting thing to try and be skinny for a wedding day is just really not working for me just now. It just makes me angry. But anyway, I'll go get this done and get these finished, and I'll speak to you soon.
Bye bye.
So there we have it. The elbows have got new straps. So now on to the shins, which will take about 45 minutes. Or maybe more, depends how long Pam wants to keep talking to me. With that face, not at all.
How are you getting on?
Getting in eventually. Seeing it now that you've given me some more staff training on how to fix the sewing machine when it goes wrong. Because obviously you know the fact that I've never really touched a sewing machine until yesterday, but apparently I've already done more work on it than you have in your entire life.
You're so hard done to.
I know. This is the whole point of this vlog, is to show how much I actually do, and you just sit there and just hold the camera up. I'll just sit there and moan going, I had to work in the website.
Now the website's working. Did you tell the customers that the website is now live, or the viewers that it's now live? No, you said yesterday you said in yesterday's video we might have a website that's live. We told them today that the website is live.
Website's live, but the emails don't work.
Yeah, well, there's something. Always something with this place.
So if they're making an email, if they're making a website order and we don't get the email.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
I know, this doesn't it? So yeah, Stephen's just finishing off the straps for the shins that he's repairing, and we are done for the evening. So we are going to get the place cleaned up, tidied up, hoovered, dishes done.
She doesn't know how to work a hoover. A hoover.